Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today, I have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer that came in the Amazing Clubs beer pack. I think May's edition. It's from Shillow Brewing Company, or Shillow Beer Co. I haven't had a Shillow beer in a very long time. The last time I've had a Shillow beer, I believe they were being contract brewed in Toronto. This one does say Ottawa, Ontario. I don't know if they have a brick and mortar now, or if they are still a contract brewery. I thought I've had this and reviewed it, but it doesn't show up on my Untapped and doesn't show up on my YouTube, so maybe I haven't. This is the Dry Hopped Blonde. And we're looking at 5% alcohol by volume. Let's do a quick little look-see here and see if we can tell if they have their own building or not. Brewed in Ottawa, Ontario. You know, there's no address. Usually if there's no address, it's contract brewed. But I don't know for sure. Water, malted barley, wheat, hops, and yeast. Okay. Guess let's get into this. Again, I'm... And who would, if you were contract brewing in Ottawa, who would you contract brew with? Beyond the Pale? Broadhead? Broadhead is probably... Or Big Rig. Big Rig probably has a good deal of capacity as well. I'm trying to think of what breweries would have a lot of capacity. I mean, Tooth and Nail isn't that big of a brewery, so I wouldn't think it would be them. What's the Hall one? Is it Fiona Hall or something like that? I don't know anything about them. I've never been there. Guy and I were to a bunch of really small ones that wouldn't have the capacity. Broken Stick, Bicycle. What else is even in Ottawa? What's the one in Vanier? Prospector or something like that? It's been a long time since I've been in Ottawa, and there's a lot of breweries I've never had in the Ottawa area. So, I mean, I'm just thinking about the older, more established ones who would have capacity to brew at if you were contract brewing. And yeah, my guesses would be basically like maybe Gateway. No, Gateway's not in Ottawa. What's the one I'm thinking? Oh, man. Oh, they make, like, the cornfield beers and all that. I can't even remember. But, yeah, the biggest ones that I can think of would be, like, Broadhead, Big Rig, that type of stuff. And again, I don't know who has extra capacity. If any of you are in the Ottawa area, you could probably tell me who has extra capacity. And there are breweries that have closed in Ottawa, so I mean, it is not crystal clear. It is hazy, but it's not hazy crazy. You can see through it. Bright white head. There is a snap, crackle, pop, scent from the glass. Oranges and grapefruit out of the glass. Oranges, grapefruit, and a little floral out of the can. Cheers. Let's try Shillow Dry Hopped Blonde Ale. Floral bitterness. A little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of pine, a little bit of honeydew, and a little bit of a malty forefront. It's not a bad beer. Oh, excuse me. It's not a beer I would write home about. It's not a beer that I would get excited about, but it's not a bad beer. You get this beer nice and cold, it would just fall down your throat. You drink it at room temperature like this, it has a little more flavor. It has a little bit more oomph to it. And there's nothing wrong with it. Give it a 7 out of 10. I'd buy it again. Thank you very much. Shillow, Dry Hop Blonde Ale. Bye-bye.